Shalom, Kol Haloyim, La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops and the elders of Great Millstone, rule and teach well. Shalom to you fellow laborers out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity, especially during these times. Shalom to the Akwaf that believe as well. All right, another hearty shalom to you other laborers and you believers that are scattered throughout the face of the earth. All right. Even the ones that are among the heathen, and even like the heathen who are speckled bird Israelites, to the whole household of faith, which is the elect, I want to say shalom. Back at you with another quick, Lord willing, edifying lesson. And I do mean quick this time, I try to make my videos, short as possible, but hey, everything is by the Spirit, so Lord willing is edifying to the flock. And before I get into this article, let me say this. There's going to be a lot of explaining to do in the near times to come, because the prophecy of the MOTB, all right, which that's an acronym for the mark of the beast, which is prophesied in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, about being, basically made mandatory. It says he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma, which that's going to the digital device, the one that's the size of a grain of rice, that goes into the hand or any other limb of the body. You have the neural link that goes to the brain. Okay. And I say that because we got a lot of jackasses out here. But the primary place they will put it is in the hand or in the forehead. And it can be either hand. Okay. Because that's the way you're going to scan and continue on about your day, those that receive that MOTB. Okay. But it will surely come to pass, as we know that the scriptures tell us that the Heavenly Father's word will not return to him void. And we that know this knowledge, we wholeheartedly believe that. Okay. So, without any further ado, it says, from the title, British government quietly rolls out digital ID in the UK to purge independent media websites. So, notice everyone's talking about digital this, digital that, because we're in the digital age. Okay, if you haven't, been in the know, you can clearly see we're in the digital age, where everything is going digital, including, your financial institution that you do business with or conduct business with. Okay, even how you go to the medical office, how you punch in, to your daily job, whatever your occupation may be. Also, you have it where they've shown you in several videos you can start your vehicle. All right, there's multiple things or several things that they use the RFID technology for. Okay, including your identification. Okay. Who you are and whatever important paperwork you have that pertains to you will be digitally, it will be digitally accessed, all right, in the coming future. So let me read this, the book of 2nd Esdras 9. Okay. 2nd Esdras 9:5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And when you look up the word manifest, the word manifest means clearly revealed to the eye or the understanding, open to view or comprehension. All right, evident. All right, palpable, plainly. Okay, apprehensible, clear, apparent, evident. So, I mean, that's the gist, man. All right. It says proved by direct evidence. Yeah, look at that. Proved by direct evidence, as you can see. And what's the evidence? The continuance of these governments pushing this digital device. Okay. The British government has quietly rolled out a mandatory digital ID system under the Online Safety Act effective July 25th, 2025, designed to purge independent media websites by blocking thousands of non-compliant platforms from UK users. This insidious law, framed as age verification for adult content, enforces ID checks and third-party services to suppress dissenting voices, threatening free speech under the guise of safety. Right. And we know these doubles are double-tongued. Okay? They're always going to push it as a means of of safety. All right? Being secured, you know? But we know that it's all to deceive you. Okay? It's all done to deceive you and to make you a perpetual slave of the elites. The act requires all sites hosting or distributing potentially harmful content to implement robust age verification or face severe penalties, including fines up to 18 million euros or 10% of global revenue, and outright blocking for UK audiences. Sites failing to verify users' ages through proper technology, such as government-linked ID systems or external services, will be deemed non-compliant, fundamentally altering online operations and raising alarms about broader censorship of independent journalism. All right, so this is, and they got other ways they can do as far as creating this, excuse me, creating this, screening for underage or what do you call it, content that's rated PG or rated R. I don't know. I forget the terms of it, but yeah, man, and they can easily do that without enforcing the digital ID system, because they shadow ban our videos. Okay, they shadow ban our videos. All right, so they can block content if they want to. See, so it's just another wow of the devil. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see. This applies not to just traditional porn sites, but also to platforms that host user-generated explicit content, such as Reddit, X, and OnlyFans. Which, come on, man. This, first of all, this place is geared towards immorality. It was set up by the elites, like small hats. Now all of a sudden, you want to crack down on it. It's already become, or been out of hand. But that's the double for you. Okay? And, we've been warning about this, all right, over and over again. Okay? And the thing is, you don't take heed to the warning or the alarm that's been blown by the men of the Lord, the watchmen, okay, the messengers. But that's to your own demise. The book of Ezekiel 33, and I start at verse 1, and you notice the subheading, it says the watchman's duty, which is us. We're fulfilling our duty as watchmen to warn you and to blow the sounding of the alarm by way of spiritually blowing the trumpet. Okay? And I've said this other times, but I'll say it again. There's a certain sound of the trumpet depending on the situation. Okay? So it says, Ezekiel 33 in I start at verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, which is the Israelites, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, right? Because that's another name for men of the Lord, prophets, is that what we're watchmen, we're seers, all right, messengers, right? It says, and to prove that too, that the prophets could be, are also known as messengers, right? Check this out. Let's see here. Right. This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 13. It says, Then spake Haggai, the Lord's messenger, and the Lord's message unto the people, saying, I am with you, said the Lord. Now, who is Haggai? Haggai, when you read up, right? Verse 12, right? It says, Then Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and Joshua, the son of Josedek, the high priest, with all the remnant of the people, obeyed the voice of the Lord their power, and the words of Haggai the prophet. So, another word for prophet is messenger. Okay, that's the point. The Lord conveyed his message to his people by way of his servants, the prophets, who are known as the mouthpiece of the Lord, right? Okay. So back in Ezekiel 33, in verse 2, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people. And, well, you know what? 2 Ezra 15. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, possessive, right? The words of prophecy. All right, and one of the prophecies that we're supposed to, make plain to the people, all right, like it says in Habakkuk, make it plain upon tables, is to tell you of the MOTB, or the mark of the beast, which is to come, and it will be a global thing, and also it will be mandated. See? So, when I bring the sword upon the land, the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. See? How we blowing the alarm? By doing the video epistles to warn you. That's us spiritually blowing the trumpet. Okay? Because as is written, that the ones that take, the MOTB will be thrown into the lake of fire. Right? So it says, verse 4. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. See? As long as the watchman blow the trumpet, he's done his job. Okay? And that's us. Now, you hear the sound of the alarm and don't take warning, that's on you, man. It says what? Your blood on your own head. Verse 5, he said, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. And that's like unto us today, man. This applies to us today, Shabbat. Okay? We heard the alarm. Excuse me. And we prepare ourselves. See? It says, verse 6. But if the watchmen see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. Okay? So, if you're a watchman, your duty is, to warn the people, or blow the trumpet, which is warning the people. Okay? And you have to blow the trumpet the correct way. Okay? Because if you don't, lives can be lost. And then that blood can be on your hand. Because a lot of you guys, man, you don't and they're trying to change their tone, especially like IUIC. Alright. But when you speak against the MOTB being some other than the RFID technology, that's blowing the wrong trumpet sound. And the scriptures speak about that in 1 Corinthians 14, if I may get that. Okay? Let's see here. First Corinthians 14:8, it says, for if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? See? So you have to give, all right, a sound or blow the trumpet to the sound where people can understand, they can comprehend, right? So they can be, warned properly. Okay? As long as you're doing that, you're doing your job. You don't have to worry about anything else, okay? But if you don't do that, then, guess what? The Lord's going to require their blood at your hand. Even though they're going to die for their iniquities, but still, the Lord's going to require their blood on your hand. Okay? And a lot of you guys in Israel that claim to be leaders, teachers, what have you, that speak against the MOTB, all right, you got blood on your hands because you leading the people astray from the truth of the situation, okay? And you really just in it for filthy lucre, to be honest, But you have to make the trumpet sound of a certainty, meaning you have to absolutely know, all right? And this is the sound of alarm that's dangerous coming, all right? That's dangerous coming. So this is what we do from the apostles on down, all right, to us young brothers. Our old brothers have been around for a little while. To us, that go out, even to the youngest brother in the camp that maybe just laboring, a couple of years or so, what have you. We have to blow the alarm, all right, the right way, okay? So that people can be warned and take heed, see? So, let's go from there. Because a lot of you Israelites out here are stubborn. A lot of you stubborn. But that's okay. It's a book of Ezekiel. All right, Ezekiel chapter 2. In verse 5 it says, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. All right. So whether you want to, whether you want to listen or not, if you listen, obviously it's going to go well with you. But if you're not listening, all right, and you just rebellious to the point of no return, you don't want none of the Lord's reproof, that's on you when the fucking MOTB is rolled out, made mandatory. Shit, we warned you. We did our job. Okay? And that's just what it is, man. It says, hey, in the book of Proverbs 22, right? It says a prudent man, I'll get it. It's old but goody. Right? Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man perceiveth the evil and hideth himself. Right? Because we understand that they're going to be like madman spirit none, right? Scriptures tell us this, right? And guess what? They're going to make it mandated, all right, that you're going to have to get the MOTB. Okay? Trump is figuring out right now, all right, he's figuring out right now, because you got to remember what he said. He said that America would be the digital capital of the world, right? Trump is figuring out right now how he's going to, make that happen, as far as Babylon being the digital capital. Because you got to think, who's his main sidekick, even though they outwardly, to the public, display that they're at odds with one another, as far as him, him and Elon Musk. Guess what? Still, it's all about business. It's all about money. It's all about profits, man. It's all about, when I say profits, meaning a monetary gain. Okay? Because why? The more technology is sold, the more money they're going to make as far as the parties involved. Okay? Because tech is one of the biggest things in society. Okay? It's a STEM job at that. So it says, a prudent man perceiveth the evil and hide himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So if you don't take heed, and if you're punished when the, when the sword or You don't take heed when the trumpet is blown. I'm sorry. That's on you, man. Okay, that's on you, and you're gonna be punished because why? You was rebellious and stiff-necked. You didn't want to hearken to the voice of the Lord, which is by way of His prophets. So it's on you, man. All right, and you see that what the apostles been saying, because I'm a small fry. I'm just a vessel the Lord used. Okay, but I'm small fry compared to the leaders of us, man. Like the apostles, the bishops, the elders. Guys have been doing this, way before I was brought in the fold. So we just, entered. Basically, I myself and other brothers have entered into their labors. Okay, but we're given the same warning. We're given the same sound of the trumpet. All right, that we learned. Okay, and that's why if people don't want to take heed, well, the trumpet and the alarm, all right, has been blown over and over again to the point of there's no excuse. Okay, so hey, it's best you take heed. All right, like I said, if you take heed, you're going to deliver your soul. But those that receive it, according to Revelation the 14th chapter, after it's made mandatory, according to Revelation the 3rd chapter, that's it, man. Okay, so with that, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash. I want to say, Lord, when this video has been edifying, Shalom to the Lord's elect, and I'll see you next time. Shalom.